So how exactly do children learn the connection between the syntactic form, this sentential complement with these mental state verbs, and the social conceptual idea that other people can have different mental states than you? In fact, they might believe false things, right, that you know to be false. And one idea is something like this. It's difficult to observe someone else's thoughts, of course, right? That's inside their head. But it's very easy to observe what people say because that's out there in the world. You can observe if someone says something or doesn't say something. And of course, mental state verbs aren't the only ones that can take these kinds of sentential complements. You can have verbs like say that do the same thing. So she said that she ate the peach. You can observe if in fact she said that or she didn't say that. Right? And children will sometimes hear sentences like this in a context where there's overt evidence to suggest that the embedded proposition is false, to suggest that in fact she didn't say that, right? So if she said that she ate the peach, but she didn't eat the peach, then we know that that proposition, she ate the peach, is false, right? That's a false thing, but it's true that she said it, right? So you have the same situation of she said. We can say she thought, right? Said is observable, think is not. She said, and then this thing right here, that she ate the peach. And again, if you know it to be false, then this is an example where you have the embedded thing as a false idea with respect to the actual world that we know, but the saying of it is true, right? In the case where she said it. So children can use evidence from verbs like say to generalize to verbs like think and believe that take the very same linguistic form and therefore would also allow sentential complements. And the generalization would be, well, if you can have a false thing here for say and think can appear in the very same syntactic frame, then maybe you can have a false thing here for think, even though you can never observe directly someone else's thoughts. Right, so this is an example of syntactic bootstrapping, of using linguistic evidence to help you zero in on this case, very subtle nuances of meaning, the fact that someone can have a false belief, right? So the syntactic knowledge, again, is you know that some verbs can take sentential complements, like think and say, and you know from hearing communication verbs like say, and from observing the world while hearing them, that there's a connection between this syntactic form and the expression of potentially false propositions or belief, like she ate the peach, if she in fact did not eat that peach. So having learned this connection from communication verbs, you as a child can then generalize that since mental verbs take the very same linguistic form, they take sentential complements as well, their sentential complements must also potentially, or have the potential, to be false, right? So that's how you get from the linguistics to the social conceptual idea if you didn't already have that social conceptual idea. So the social cognitive result is you can contemplate other mental worlds, other beliefs that are different from your own.